Welcome back to Sliver and Bite TV. Today we are making honey chicken. As always, make sure you've measured out all of your ingredients. Into your diced chicken, you're going to throw your corn flour, garlic powder, and white pepper. Use 2 forks to spread the marinade around, as you do not want to use your fingers. You'll lose most of your marinade on your fingers. Cover and place in the fridge for no less than 30 minutes, but up to an hour is fine. As you can see, I'm using some old oil. I will mix that with some fresh oil, but just make sure you don't have any little floaties in there, otherwise they will burn off quicker and it'll change the taste of the chicken. You want roughly 4 cups of vegetable oil. However, it depends on the size of your pot that you're going to be frying in. Mix together the self-raising flour and corn flour. Add in half a cup of the soda water. You'll see that it'll start to thicken up, and then I add a second half. Depending on how the batter looks, you may need to add just a touch more. You want it to be loose, you don't want it to be watery. You'll see the consistency shortly when I am dipping the chicken in. Add in your marinated chicken. And make sure that every little piece is completely covered in the batter. You will need to mix it a few times once you start deep frying. Make sure that your oil is hot enough before you start putting the chicken in. You want it at no lower than 160 degrees Celsius, but not any higher than 180, 190. It will overcook your batter and you'll have raw chicken on the inside. You will deep fry for approximately 3 minutes on the first fry. You'll notice that I don't put too many pieces of chicken in, otherwise they'll stick together. So you want them to be able to float around independently from each other. Once it's been in there for about 30 seconds, you're able to mix it around a bit, just to make sure that you are flipping over the chicken. This helps it cook a little more evenly. As I change the temperature, I make sure that it doesn't dip below the 160 degrees Celsius, and I can adjust it if it's getting a little too high. Once you have a nice golden brown, you can set it to the side on a drying rack. Make sure you suspend it over something because it will drip, which is lovely to get off that excess oil. Now we're going in for our second fry. This makes the batter really nice and crispy and continues to cook the chicken if you have missed any. So this time round, you wouldn't want to put it in there for any more than 90 seconds because you don't want to take on any more oil, and it'll certainly be done enough after that time. You can now see that the shade of brown has darkened just a little bit. It looks nice and crispy, so you can set that to the side and put in your second batch. And then once it's finished, you can push it off to the side and prepare your honey sauce. In a fresh pot, pour in your honey. If you coat the inside of your ramekin, if you're not going to put your honey directly into the pot, you coat it with a bit of vegetable oil. It aids it coming out a little cleaner. Once that starts to simmer, put a little bit of hot water with the custard powder to break it up so it doesn't solidify once you put it into the pot, and mix it around. If you're using a wok to heat up your honey sauce, you can drop the chicken directly over that and flip it around. However, I don't have a wok large enough for the amount of chicken that I have, so I will pour it over instead. And then give it a good toss. Just doing a little scissor cut here to make sure that it's cooked on the inside. As you can see, it's white all the way through. And you can sprinkle some sesame seeds over. Trust me, you won't be able to stop eating it once you start. So either put it to the side to cool or serve it up straight away. Because just in this film alone, I think I had about 10 pieces. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.